one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 15, yellow.
Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. And now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. Off the option, here's Henry. Pushes past him. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Jackson, options out left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Aguilar in motion left. And now Jackson will look to throw it. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he gets this up past the 30.
And Pacheco furiously moves the chains, and that's something he did a lot of in 2023. The Rutgers product produced a first down on over 25% of his carries a season ago, and he continues to move the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Attack.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And a broken tackle. Lead to a first down gain. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Mahomes now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion, Aguilar. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that deep.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because
There's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Easy. Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now it's Jackson. Here with Nelson Aguilar. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Jackson. Escaping the pressure. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Yellow.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Jackson. And running with power here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Off the option, here's Henry. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They keep it with Henry on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 57 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Lamar changing the play. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 2nd and goal from the 1. Henry looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 3rd and a yard. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that's certainly familiar. Kelsey making the catch and picking up a 1st down. And he continues to produce at a high level here in his 12th year in the NFL. He's topped 90 catches in each of the last 6 seasons. And barring something dramatic happening, there's a good chance they'll make it 7 straight when it's all said and done. They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
15.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now here's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Butker's kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And the busy night for Henry continues. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Oh, that has been the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Steps away. The 20, 10, and he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33. And that play started back at their own 33.
43!
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Adafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. First carry now for Justice Hill. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Now Lamar changing the look. In motion, Aguilar. Throwing is Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Yellow.
A handoff now for Pacheco. A little juke. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the... Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Jackson now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next the score, Chiefs 31, Ravens 21.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you?
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They go play action with Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now it's Jackson. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. And Jackson throwing once more. Dancing to his left. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Mahomes going to throw it here. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
Yellow. Fight on these two.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So that one is 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one. And love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin. for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers from the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
One in a million. All right now. Since birth I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So right now from this planet, the new sound has been found. And yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a million. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. Born in a million. Born in a million. Born in a million. All right now. You with me? I said, are you with me? Wake up to see my brand new horizon. The world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Grab hold of mine if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, shake it low. The new sound is